Welcome to day 11 of your practice. Today we are going to start nice and relaxed and then work our way up. And then Kate will take over and take us through a few new postures. So to get ready, we have everyone get nice and comfy, whether that's seated today or if you're comfortable laying on your mat, going all the way down. You can take constructive rest. It's been a while since we've done that one, but that's where you have your calves resting on a chair. If not, just a nice Shavasana posture is where we're going to meet. Softening, closing the eyes maybe, bringing the awareness into your own body, noticing the breath as it comes in through the nose and out. Noticing if there's anything feeling stuck or tense today throughout the body. Check in with those eyebrows. Are they furrowed? What about the jaw? Maybe wiggle that around. Inhale through the nose. Exhale side out. Open that jaw. Just a few more breaths. Maybe taking your right hand to your heart, left hand to your belly. Noticing the movement, feeling that sensation of the ribs and chest and belly lifting on the inhales and how they pull in towards one another on the exhales. One more big breath in, letting it go. Gently opening those eyes, becoming aware of your surroundings. We're going to draw our knees into the chest, giving yourself a nice hug, maybe rocking side to side or doing little circles with the knees. And if getting down on the floor is just a little too much, you can do this part in your bed and then do the standing part next to your bed. When you're ready, opening those arms out to the side, bringing the feet down to the mat, and allowing those knees to go over to the right side for a gentle spinal twist. Inhaling through center, exhaling over to the left side. One more time each way. Inhale, exhale to the right. This time, if your cervical spine is healthy and it feels okay, maybe gazing over that left shoulder. Inhaling through center, head comes with it. Exhaling to the opposite side. Inhale to center. Bring the left knee to bend, foot flat on the mat, taking that right ankle to cross over the knee, flexing through the foot to keep the knee nice and stable. You can stay here, gently pressing with your right hand through that right thigh, gently opening the hips, and instead of allowing that right hip to collapse down, drawing it up nice and neutral, even with the left hip. If this feels good, stay here. If you're needing a little bit more sensation, maybe threading those hands behind the left thigh, keeping the opposite foot flexed as well. You can even put your foot up against a wall. Inhale. That's great. And uncross that ankle. Maybe shift those hips side to side. And when you're ready, crossing left ankle over the right knee. Staying here if this feels good, or gently pressing that left knee away from the body. If you need more sensation, threading the fingers together behind the right thigh. Checking in with that knee. Hopefully it feels okay. If you're feeling any tenderness or pain, backing out of the posture just gently. Thank you. Inhale, release. Maybe drawing those knees into the chest and rocking back and forth on your mat. If this isn't in your practice today, just rolling onto your side, coming up to sit nice and tall. Placing those hands on the knees as we inhale, lifting that heart, lifting the chest and gaze for a little cow pose. As you exhale, rounding through the spine into cat. Just a few more. Inhale. Exhale, rounding through. Then coming to center. And to open those hips just a little bit more. Keeping the feet where they are, gently walking the hands forward until you feel a little gentle stretch. Maybe bringing your hands to blocks or forearms. Breathing nice and full. Noticing, are you cutting your breath short now that there's more stretching involved? Trying to keep that breath constant and consistent. Inhale, walk those hands back, switching the foot in front. This might feel super awkward because we tend to cross one way. Same with putting your hands together, clasping. If you put them down one, it's just a little weird. And exhale, relaxing over that front leg. You might notice this in the opposite side of your hip. Big breath in, walking out of that. And making your way into tabletop. Just for a moment, creating a foundation, feeling firm and pressing through those whole hands. Tucking the toes as you exhale, bringing your hips up for downward dog. Just pedaling it out here for a moment. Warming up the backs of the hamstrings, the calves. Inhale, lifting up onto the tippy toes. Exhale, the heels over to the right side for a side body stretch. Inhale to center. Exhale, heels over to the left side. Inhale up. And then walk those hands back towards the feet, coming into a ragdoll. Relaxing the head. Big bend in the knees. No need to strain or to force a forward fold. Maybe rock side to side. And on your next inhale, sweep those arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. And relax into your mountain pose. Now Kate will lead us through some new postures.
Awesome. So go ahead and just take a step forward towards the front of your mat. Again, finding your feet underneath your hips, maybe slightly wider or slightly shorter. Lift all 10 of your toes and tuck the tailbone as you lift the hips up towards the low ribs. So now we're standing up really tall. Allow your shoulders to come down away from your ears as your shoulder blades pull together, and open your palms up towards the front of your mat. So from here, I'm going to turn sideways. So from here, we're going to find tree pose. And there are a couple of different places for you to put your foot. So we're going to start to gently rock our weight into our right foot and our hip, and then just bring your left toes down to the mat and lift your heel up and press it against your right shin. Beautiful. So if this is enough balancing for you and you're swaying side to side, that's awesome. You're building strength. You're building a nice foundation of learning to balance here. And if this is quite simple, maybe you pick your toes up off of the mat and slide a little bit higher up onto the shin. If that's pretty easy, keep going up, avoiding the knee. We don't want to put our foot on the knee. Maybe you lift it up past the knee and onto the thigh. So wherever you are, press your left foot into your right leg and your right leg back into your left foot. And use this dynamic force, these opposing forces, to allow you to open up that left knee a little bit more, squeezing the left glute and engage the core. Now from here, maybe test your balance and reach your arms up over your head. Maybe sway your tree, or if you really want to get complicated, close your eyes. Don't worry, you'll open them up if you start to fall. Take one more breath in here and gently come down. We're gonna switch sides. So again, starting by pressing the weight into your left foot and bringing the right toes to the mat and your right ankle to your left calf somewhere. And right here, just simply press your heel into your left leg, and maybe your legs start to shake like mine do as you start prying that right knee open. If you want a little bit more, test your balance. Bring that foot up onto the shin, or avoiding the knee, all the way up onto the thigh. And as you press your foot into your leg, press your leg back into the foot and use that to engage the core and engage the right glute this time. Maybe you bring your palms together in front of your heart to assist with some balance and centering. Maybe this time you bring them to goalpost arms. You squeeze the shoulder blades together and open the heart. Or maybe again you want to sway your tree or close your eyes, test your balance. Take one more deep inhale here. And then slowly release, come out of it. Nice job, just pedal out the knees here, shake the hips side to side. And then we're gonna move into a standing pose. So coming to mountain pose one more time, just like we did in tree, shift your weight into the right leg and see if you can pick your left heel up off of the ground. From here, if this is enough of a balancing act for you, I'd love for you to just stay here and practice lifting your knee and putting it back down. Lifting and putting it back down. If balancing on one leg is okay for you, go ahead and lift that knee up towards the ceiling. And right away, acknowledge your body. Is your core spilling forward? Are you arching your low back? If so, bring your hips up towards your low ribs and notice how that immediately draws your knee up higher. Flex the left toes. If this is enough, stay here. Or we'll start to play a little bit more. Inhale to lengthen the crown of your head up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, start to bend forward at the hips and take your left foot back towards the back of your mat, keeping it lifted. Keep flexing the toes down towards the ground. And press through your heel, get really long there. And then notice if your left hip is trying to come up, see if you can square the hip back down to the mat. Now the last thing is to reach your fingertips like you were trying to reach the back of your mat. So pulling the shoulders back, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Keep engaging the core, make sure that it doesn't spill forward, and don't go down so far that you're nose diving here. Just try to stay nice and even until you feel a big stretch and a lot of balance happening. Take a deep breath here, and then slow and controlled, come back to standing. Maybe shake out the hips one more time, and then we'll move to the other side. So again, finding mountain, put the weight into the left foot. Now lift your right heel up off of the mat. Again, staying here if this is challenging enough for you. Otherwise, go ahead and lift that right knee up towards the ceiling, immediately flexing the right feet, pulling the hips up towards the ribs, engage the core. Put a little micro bend in your left knee too. Take one breath to stand up nice and tall. And on your exhale, reach your hands back as you start to bend forward. And reach the right heel towards the back of your mat. Flex the toes down towards the ground. Again, keep pulling the belly button in towards the spine. Reach back with your right heel and all 10 of your fingers. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. One more breath here. And slowly come back to standing. Nice job. One more time, maybe bending the knees, alternating side to side. Doing a lot of work for the legs today. Gonna have nice strong muscles and open hips. All right, so this last pose is very similar to what we did at the beginning of class, lying down in figure 4. Only this time we are going to be standing. So again, coming back to that foundation, that mountain pose. We're going to shift the weight into the right foot and then lift the left knee up towards the ceiling. From here, you can either hold this and practice those hip tucks, or opening up that left hip, we're gonna start to turn our left ankle over towards the right and bring it to touch our right thigh. And then you can allow that knee to kind of drop open. So you can either bring your hands to heart center here, gold post arms, or keep them up, whatever feels good. If this is enough, again, stay here. We can't stress that enough. Don't go past your limits, just find the edge. Take a deep breath in if you'd like. Everyone take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, if you want to get deeper, you can start squatting in that chair position with your left knee raised. Squeezing the glutes, flexing the left toes. Just going down to your capacity. Again, find a point in the room or on the floor that's not moving that you can just concentrate on. Take a deep breath in. Exhale if you're crouching. Slowly come to stand. Lift the knee back up towards the ceiling and set your foot down. Nice. Let's move into the other side right away. Shift your weight into your left foot. Lift the right knee up towards the ceiling. Stay here or start to take the right foot over towards the left. Place it on the left thigh and let the right knee relax down. Either keep standing or lift up nice and tall and set your hips down and back. Feeling that stretch in the right hip, maybe in the glutes. Use your breath. Keep controlling your breath and finding balance with your breath to find balance within the mind and the body. Take one more deep breath in here. And on your exhale, slowly come back to standing, lifting the right knee and set it down. Nice job. Let's come into a yogi squat just to finish up, or find a chair. Maybe bring your block underneath your butt. Let's take a nice restorative pose. Allowing the knees to open up. Keep the forearms right inside the knees. Lift your heart, your head, drop your shoulders. Close your eyes. And allow your breath to return to your body. Maybe take stock of how your legs are feeling. Whatever that sensation is, just having gratitude for it. Whether they're tired or feeling long and lovely. Having gratitude for the work that you put in on your mat. Not only today, but every day leading up to this day. Knowing that you are exactly where you're supposed to be. Bring your palms to touch in front of your heart, and now lift them up so that your thumbs are touching that space right in between your eyes on your forehead. The light in me sees, honors and bows to that light in you. Thank you for practicing. Namaste.
Namaste.